Hey there, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whichever may be the case for you. My name is Matt. I am clearly an old man, as you can now see on the screen. Hello. And I do normally say that I like ranking things, specifically K-pop discographies. This is not a ranking video. This is a reaction video, actually. This is i-dle Day. And my original intention was just to react to the Gimme Dat Love MV and then give you the rest of the album tomorrow. But I saw from the track list that there's only 5 songs on the mini, which, you know, that's not atypical. But I also figured out that I've reviewed 2 of the other songs. So we're just going to do all 3 in one shot of the ones that I haven't heard. We're going to do Gimme Dat Love and then Morning and one other one, which the title is escaping me right now, but we will get to it. We have covered Mono and we have covered Crow. I'll put links for those videos at the end of this video if you want to see my review of those and analysis of them, because I do supply chords for them. Yeah, so let's get right into this with the Gimme Dat Love MV. Do want to remind you that I have lots of i-dle content on my Patreon as well, if you want to check the link in the description below. Also want to remind you that I talk over the tops of songs. I do sometimes pause songs, and I do sometimes play into this thing. If any of that is annoying to you, I don't blame you. I'm not for everybody, but I thought I'd give you the warning so that you can leave now, and I thank you for being here at least up to this point. Let's get into this. I'm really excited for this. Gimme Dat Love. Here we go. Oh, a heart. Frying butter. A shower. Gotta cool off. A flat. Okay, we've had 2 different sections here already. The first one, I love the way this melody kind of addresses extensions of the chords, because the bass is doing a G flat to an E flat to a B flat, but the extensions imply that implies like a G flat major 7 to an E flat minor 11, really, to a B flat minor 7. Very cool. And then this next section looked like it went from the G flat to an A flat, which also fits that melody, even though the melody changed a little bit. And then to the B flat minor, and then up to a D flat major 7. Yeah. Very cool. I love subtle changes like that. It's subtle changes. I used to play professionally, touring and all that stuff. And you need subtle changes in the chord progressions in order to keep yourself invested as a player. And this is doing that so far. Just go back. Everybody looks beautiful. I mean, it's a given, right? Neon. There's the D flat. i-dle. Oh, I love the change of the bass timbre. And I love the harmonies. There was one change at the end of that, where it went to an F. I'll put it over my head, but it went to an F7 sharp 11. I love chords like that, and it was real brief, but it was just enough to really accentuate the punch. Sure.
Yeah, hey baby, don't you get set track. So focus that, just wanna ooh like that.
Oogie laying down a flow.
Your champagne got expensive taste and it's a now bad. My lipstick on the rim, you know I'm toxic. All them talking, I'm the hottest topic.
Ooh, I love that counter line.
Ain't the second guessing, think like a baby.
Hey, tell him to shut up. Yeah, just laugh at him. That's good enough. G flat to the D flat, G flat, A flat. Yeah, and there's that F7. I love those harmonies.
Come give me that, come give me that. Can I cross the line?
A bridge.
I wanna call you mine. Come get me how to stop this nice slow trip like butter. We need to call this line.
I love that. Or maybe this is just kind of like a post ending, kind of like a coda, but it's B flat minor to an F minor to an E flat minor, and I think sometimes they went to the A flat, and I think sometimes they went back to the F minor. Very cool though. Wow. Slow drip like butter. Okay, that's what the butter was about in the beginning. Vocal chops, not my favorite thing. It's okay. It's out of their range. Well, that's it. Yeah. Oh, songs are so short these days. And I know they don't really have a choice. They feel like you can't hold your attention long enough. Which is evident by the amount of time that people engage with my videos. Although mine just might be because I don't have anything interesting to say in terms of their perspective. But I do wish songs were long again, at least 3 minutes. But I've been pining for that for 5-6 years now, right? It's the trend. I say, make a song that makes people so engaged that they have to stick around, rather than tailing to their need to flip. But that's just me. And I have some lyric videos pulled up, but I will also supply the audio that i-dle supplies on their YouTube channel in the links below. So let's move on to the next song, which I believe is Morning. Yeah.
Hello?
Morning. Okay. I'm going to go back just a little bit. My overall thoughts about that last song. The video is absolutely stunning, which you would expect from them. They're just, they're great. They're all great presences on camera. Their vocals were incredible. The harmonies on the loves was just so well mixed, spaced out in your ears to where it just kind of hugged you, which is something that I like. That a lot of K-pops do, a lot of K-pop groups do, but it always seems like with i-dle, it just seems so distinctive, and it feels bigger, and that's probably just some producing tricks that any one of these members now, I think they pretty much all produced a couple songs on their own. Maybe not Shua, but they're just so good at finding those spaces to fit the voices, the harmony voices in. All the texture changes of the bass were incredible. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. Not my favorite i-dle song, and it was my big complaint, too short. But we did get a bridge, which is more than a lot of the short song supply these days. Or a coda, I guess. But at least it was a change up. And again, for me as a player, that's something that keeps me invested. So I would have no problem playing that song live, because I wouldn't get bored playing it, is what I'm saying. Of course, how could you get bored if you were playing for i-dle, right? Anyway, let's try Morning.
Hello. It's a lovely morning.
1625. All right.
I love it.
The funny thing about this is when you're a bass player. I remember, back in high school, being in jazz band. I was a sax player in high school. Right? In fact, I went to college on saxophone. I didn't start playing piano professionally until I was actually in college, and there was no work for horn players. But I remember bass players back in high school thinking it was so cool how you could approach the next chord tone by a half step all the time. So this, that's like the very first bass line that anybody ever learns in a jazz group. Because, you know, you want that swinging feel and you want something to transition from one chord to the other. You know, those kind of things. So that's fun. That's kind of nostalgic for me. And it's kind of playful, which I like. Hello, it's lovely morning. The weather's nice today. Okay, this might be a happy song.
Morning alarm rings at 8 a.m. 끄고 일어나 가벼운 stretching day probiotics. 펀치긴 지금은 안 해. Business 답장은 좀 나중에. 어제선 choose my outfit so comfy. Let's head out now. Running in the morning.
I wasn't expecting it to be minor. I was expecting it to be major. I love that. Which I don't know how to, since it's just a vocal thing, I don't know how to really put chords for it, but it's like F. I love things that accent dotted quarters, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, because we all think of things symmetrically, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and that's what the snare always provides. But then when you do things like that, it always adds a whole lot of energy to it because the accents are hitting before the beat where you think the beat would be, rather than I. You get ba 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 ba. Pardon my singing. I'm not a singer. And it's really hard for me to sing that high. But anyway, I love that kind of energy in those eyes that Mian did. All right, Shua, what you got? Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm pausing a lot, but I love that the bass line hasn't changed, right? But the qualities of the chords, F minor, I think to like a D7 of some kind, and then to a G7, which normally that would be a G minor 7. Normally you would have this kind of sound, especially if you were in minor, you would have this kind of sound. But no, we've got this. That's what we call a secondary dominant, which means it's tonicizing the 5 chord, basically. It's making the C, it's making sure that we know that we're going to the C chord, which is the last chord of that sequence, which I really like. That.
I like that. I like that. The A, B, C, D. I like that.
Love those little harmonies on the A, B, C, D. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, who needs Twitter anyway? Right on, Shua. Ooh. A bridge. B flat, C flat, F minor, E flat. So just real quick, that nice change up. First of all, so many great production choices being made to create, you've had this kind of drive to everything so far, and then to just have all the space in the world for the bridge is just, a good choice that a lot of producers make, but that's an excellent production choice. D flat, to B flat minor, to F minor, and then to an E flat chord. So it's not unsimilar to the Gimme That Love kind of progression, but because it's such a change from everything else that we had in this particular song, it really, really works. And then it kicks right back in, right? E flat minor, F minor, E flat. They've become so good at creating those vocal harmonies in a subtle way that really changes the color of the chord. Of course, Soyeon would do that best. Can I just say on Soyeon's eyes, it's because of the kind of pocket that Soyeon has that made that one the best to me. It's just the way she feels time and can almost. This is weird, but I've seen musicians who can do this. I'm not one of them, but they can almost bend time around them. They become the metronome, and it's not that time really changes. It's just that where they hit the accent, suddenly becomes more important than just counting to 4. It's a powerful power that certain singers have, and quite honestly, certain sax players. Dave Sanborn's one of them that can just kind of bend time around them. Michael Brecker was one of them that could bend time around him. So it must be something about the singular voice and the presence of it in space, and primarily about the way that Soyeon or any of those other artists would feel time. Really cool. Well, looks like we're about to wrap up, though. Another 2 minute and 30-second song. I need these songs to be longer. I love the strings, too. Or string synths, or however that was applied. Really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Love that. Love is Pain is the next one that we're going to be doing, actually. I think that's the last song on the album. Because we've already done Mono. Again, I'll put those links in the description. Or actually, they'll be on the screen. That way, I guess. When I get done with this review. Very cool, though. I love the kind of the playfulness that the beat implied, and then the power of just subtle backing vocals, and the way that they reshaped that 2 chord. Yeah, on the G chord to the C chord, the secondary dominant. Very cool. All right, Love is Pain, I think, is next. Let's check it out. Ooh, ballad, of course.
Oh, love is pain. I won't be the same.
Okay. A little predictable, but A flat minor. So we're in the key of E flat. That's an E flat. That's a G7, almost kind of like Radiohead's Radiohead's Creep, same kind of progression, except they did it in E, I think. But so E flat to G, but Radiohead actually went up to the A flat. But here they go to the more typical thing. When you do a G7, normally that means you're tonicizing the C, and that's what they went to, the C minor. And then they went to an A flat and to an A flat minor. At least that time they did.
To make the tea enough for two.
Oh, that's sad.
There's always something.
Oogie.
Reminds me of you.
Now that time they changed it around. They went to an B. The last two chords were a B flat suspended to a B flat. Sounds like there's open strings on this thing. So how would they do that with open strings? Did they tune the guitar down a half step the way Stevie Ray Vaughan did? Or did they put a capo on the 4th fret and play in B? No. They'd have to play in A. So they'd have to put it way up on the 6th fret. I don't think they'd go that high on it. I'm sorry, I'm not a guitar player. Guitar players, if you're out there, let me know how you think that this sound. Guitar players, are you hearing open strings on the guitar too? Because I keep thinking I'm hearing open strings on the guitar. And in the key of E flat, that normally wouldn't be possible. But it feels like the chords are too high to be just a tuned down Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. I don't know. Let me know what fret you think they put the capo on. Or whether you think they're just really good at barring chords and making everything sound like it's open strings. You all know better than I do. Oh. Oh, they went to G minor instead of G7 there. Oh, and that really works with that melody. And to the B flat, sus to the B flat. G7, okay.
You got it figured out. Please just tell me how you sleep at night. 'Cause sometimes we
love that line. So good.
fight in night inside. Break up, wake up, enough. Round and round and round we go again. Convincing ourselves that we're more than friends. But now it's the end. Do you care that I'm breaking
Oogie.
down while you're moving on?
I didn't know Oogie could sing that high. B flat sus to the B flat. What an excellent production choice. While Cillian was doing the double time thing, having that bass drum, it almost feels like something orchestral. Very cool. Another complete change of the feel of the time, you know. Soyeon was driving, and then the subdivisions, like, think of this as a 12/8 song or a 6/8 song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though the beat's really 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But then the bass line, what that's doing is, again, it's taking those triplets and it's putting them in groups of 3, but it's doing it in a way that subdivides it from 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, which is a totally different feel than the 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. The time hasn't changed, but the way that the time is subdivided is changed when the bass line does that, which is something that gets overlooked a lot, at how powerful that can be in terms of changing the dynamics of a song. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, single note. I want to hear that whole sequence again from Soyeon on, because it demonstrates how 3 different ways of dividing the beat up. There's the way we've been normally processing it in this song. There's the way that it gets processed with Soyeon, which feels like a double time feel. And then there's the process of that grouping them in 3s in order to create a different kind of subdivision between the big hits of the beat. 1, 2. You see, if you're thinking of this in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tap, 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 bum, 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 1, 2. The beat hasn't changed, but the way we subdivide it is. Excellent, excellent choice to bring it home. Really good song. I've listened to Mono. I've listened to all of the rest of them now. And Crow. I think Crow is probably my favorite song on the album. It's just something that feels so i-dle attitude. Crow is. But these are all beautiful songs. This one especially I thought was, again, excellently composed in the way that the different subdivisions of beat really bring out different kinds of emotions. That group in the 3s with the rising bass line really feels like things are building to a point, you know, because it's a whole different kind of subdivision than what you normally hear. This was an excellent album. There's no doubt about it. Eventually I will get to rank this album, although it may be quite a while because there's an awful lot of i-dle songs to rank. But I do that on Sundays, and I do have lots of extra i-dle content on my Patreon if you want to check that out. The link is in the description below. If you want to hit like or hit subscribe for this particular video, or hit subscribe because of this particular video, I guess I should say, I would very much appreciate it. Nobody around here is going to shun you for that. That is for certain. And let me know in the comments what you think of this new release. Is it what Neverland expected? Is it a departure from what Neverland expected? Is it because I haven't listened to enough i-dle songs to say, oh, there's their sound. I do know that there are certain things that they do that I really like better than others. But yeah, let me know what you think of this album. And hopefully you will be around for more videos. I do i-dle rankings on Sunday, where I'm sure to make an enemy of some of you, because you all know this group and their songs better than I ever will. And I just rank it kind of based on the same things that I said here. But I do try to do my best in terms of how each song affects me in terms of my ranking. And so far, I haven't found a bad i-dle song. There hasn't been a single one. So sometimes deciding where it's going to rank on the list is just hair with degrees. But we'll see you next Sunday on that. I will have Red Velvet rankings where I do the same thing on Thursdays, XG on Fridays, and then aespa, Blackpink, ITZY, and IVE all get ranked together, but on separate lists on Saturdays. And starting next week, we'll be adding Baby Monster, Inmix, Le Seraphim, and Billy as a 4-group but separate list ranking as well. So thanks for your time, and we'll hopefully see you around. Take care.